The record, just know Gavin Newsom chose not to go on my stream, this broadcast, even though it is still to this day the largest left-wing live stream. Okay. And Gavin Newsom has refused to come on here because he's worried that he might get grilled a little bit. Okay. And I promise I'll be nice.
Asmongold was cool with this live streamer that got caught with some nasty stuff on his hard drive. And now Hasan is trying to connect it to Asmongold, even though Asmongold wasn't fully aware of the situation and told the guy, hey, man, maybe you shouldn't be on that computer trying to do nasty stuff. He didn't know how nasty the leak was.
Yeah, I don't know if he actually didn't see it at all. I think he's just it kind of feels like he might be ass covering here. Info just come out and the clip I saw had the names and everything censored. Obviously, I wouldn't have said this if I knew what the context was. But, I guess chalk it up to Asmongold not doing his research again. But yeah, I mean, this is consistent with his previous lolly position as well, where he says it's weird, but it shouldn't be illegal. And I think the only reason why he's saying that, even though he tries to present himself as a somewhat conservative figure, is because he knows that there's a lot of fucking lolly enjoyers in his audience, and it's not dissimilar. It's not dissimilar to his initial take on Greenland versus his take after his audience yelled at him. Is it slander? It is, but I don't really give a shit. Okay. I think when you look the way that you do, I think when you look the way that Asmongold does and you're running around and your besties are fucking, Rape Tone and people like that. Okay. He can play victim all he wants. Okay. The reality of the matter is he constantly farms defamation. He constantly farms slander.
That was nasty. Hasan is insane, disgusting, just delusional, beyond foul. Based off of his look? What does that even mean? He looks like he's R. Kelly? Oh, no, that's inexcusable. I think that Hasan is a creep. I don't know why he would keep trying to pin this on anyone that he dislikes. This is his first go-to. Asman wasn't aware of the full situation before he spoke on it because he live streams frequently. I can't blame him for not knowing all the details. But you will know the details somehow, and you stream for 9 hours. It's probably because you stream 9 hours of nothing, 9 hours of crying about Asmongold. But you will know the details and still lie. You'd be like, so what? Yeah, he based off of his looks. What? Oh yeah, nah, fam. You're definitely demonic. And then you just gonna throw a random at a Tectone? For what? You have no proof or any form of evidence to be throwing those type of allegations on people all willy-nilly because they hurt your feelings. Tectone not even streaming and you still on his beef. That's insane, bro. We know you obsessed with Asman, but you gonna just jump on Tectone too? That's nasty, bro. One of his fans called him out on this. A bunch of his fans, actually.
You can't let that stuff get to you.
And I'll hold real.
Yeah, he should keep all that stuff on his second PC. Asmongold should.
Friendships.
Bro, you're reaching. This is so ugly. You cannot like someone and not accuse them of being a sex offender. Wait, what? I'm not saying he's a fucking sex offender. You're saying that. The fuck? I'm just simply stating that. He is not covering it because it's his friend, and also because he had told him to hide that stuff. Yeah, Asman has covered the brothel shit, knowing full well that the brothel that I went to in 2010 is still a legal operating brothel in Artemis in Germany.
If Asmongold doesn't want to cover the situation, he don't have to, right? He has some form of an emotional attachment to it because that used to be his friend, but he has cut him off and denounced him. What more do you want? Especially with all the cases that he got going on. He got a lot on his plate. But how we just gonna act like you didn't just say that you was at that brothel? You proud of that? That's something that made you happy? What kind of hostile issues going on out here in these streets? Nobody gonna call Hasan out for this. He's just proudly owning that. Why are you such a degenerate? Is this what you want your supporters to do? You want them to also be degenerates just like you? You needed to do that? That was necessary? Yeah, Hasan Piker is foul, bro. And of course, he's trying to use this situation to go after Asmongold and take all the attention off of him, the negative light more so off of him, and then push it on to someone else. How about you just cover this damn story about the Lacari guy? How about you just cover it? How about you expose that aspect? focus on his nasty ass instead of like putting false allegations on a bunch of people and all the stuff you doing in front of everyone. You should be the last one over here trying to cast stones on anyone metaphorically.
Call my friend Tectone and he'll tell the truth. Yeah, that's yeah, doesn't Tectone do this shit too? And Nooks Taco as well. A bunch of my fucking ops are all over this shit. Digtone probably scrubbing his PC right now. Brother, I don't think you can scrub, you know?
One of these days, Hasan gonna get sued and it's gonna be hilarious. Oh, I'm gonna be in here laughing. You know I'm gonna cover it. I'm gonna be laughing up a storm because everyone been telling him that was about to happen the way he talked. And he just kept on going. He continued because this is what Hasan does. Slander and just be as foul and nasty as he wants to be. His audience and his orbiters are just going to keep on backing it and supporting all the nastiness as long as he talks about being a socialist, a champagne socialist.
Just know Gavin Newsom chose not to go on my stream, this broadcast, even though it is still to this day the largest left-wing live stream. Okay. And Gavin Newsom has refused to come on here because he's worried that he might get grilled a little bit. And I promise I'll be nice. I mean, I'm nice to fucking Trump supporters. Why wouldn't I be nice to Gavin fucking Newsom? He refuses to come on this broadcast, but he's gone on Ben Shapiro's bitch ass podcast. They got like what 2,000 fucking views. It's crazy.
Democrat furious?
Where's that one chatter? Who's gonna be like, wow, I guess you deserve to lose again. Now is not the time, guys. Now is not the time to criticize the hypothetical front runner that isn't even running for office because there's no election yet. But now is not the time. It's never the time then. There is never a time to actually say Gavin Newsom sucks for a president. Like there's not a time for it. He did go on Atrioc's pod. Yes, because Atrioc, look, I like Atrioc. I like the Lemon Party bros, but they're not going to be as contentious with Gavin Newsom as someone like myself, even though they were probably like, you know, they were maybe a little contentious.
Nobody owes you a collab, Hasan. Yo, that's crazy. You're so entitled. You got to start bashing and talking crap about somebody because they don't want to come on your show. They don't have to. It's not mandatory. I don't know why these like debate bros and live streamers have this tactic where that's what they'll do. They'll just like try to do some reverse psychology. Like, yeah, man, he's scared. Aren't you scared? I'll be nice to you. So then I guess in their minds, they're thinking that the person's going to go, well, I don't want people to think that I'm afraid. Let me go over there. And then he just starts crying about numbers. Nobody cares. Who would want to talk to you, let alone be on your show, except for Frogan, because that's how she get the cheeseburgers. That's all I'm saying. You the only one giving her money? How's she getting crying in cheeseburgers? Crying that's either or. That's what Frogan known for. Hasan's trash. That's my personal opinion. Check out the other 2 videos that I put out today.